Hi world, welcome to my channel and welcome to The Wicked Part 1 review. I was supposed to watch to make this last week, but then I was kind of sick. Even when I was watching the movie, I was kind of sick. Like my eyes were like watering. And it was a mix of emotions, like I wanted to cry during that whole movie. And then being sick made it actually harder not to cry because, like I said, my eyes were watering. So I had to fight the tears. But then I would actually get tears because my eyes were watering, and that would just give me like that feeling when you know you're gonna cry, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, no. But I did cry a little bit. That was such a good movie. And if I felt this way watching, and I'm not like a theater kid or a theater gay, whatever. I don't know like Broadway and all that stuff. It's just not. And I don't think there's anything like that like in this country, like in Portugal, like theater and what I don't know. But and I didn't even know like about the Wizard of Oz and Wicked and the story. I didn't know nothing about that. Like I knew Defying Gravity from Glee. I knew that in Dina Menzel was like Alphaba and like she was green or whatever. But I didn't know anything. And I still don't know. Like there's some TikToks that they're like, oh, spoilers for part 2 if you don't want to wait a year. And I skip those videos because I don't want spoiler. Like if I get spoiled, maybe it's gonna suck a little bit, but again, it's something that everybody knows. So I'm like, and there's probably no way to avoid that because everybody's gonna be talking about that. But some of the videos I saw that they were like, oh, let me tell you what happens in part 2 if you don't want to wait a year. Like it's not even about waiting a year. It's just like I want to see the movie to see what happens. Like, why are you even making a TikTok like explaining things? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, there's so many things you can do. Why are you even? But whatever. People like being annoying. But this movie just took me back to when I was a child, and I used to watch, movies on like the normal TV. And it was like on the weekends where we weren't like in school. That was the only time that I was like at home. I remember like every Sunday, especially in the winter, that I was like in the living room on the couch like watching a movie. Like I remember watching The Hunger Games and stuff like that, and sometimes some like musicals, which I don't even remember like anybody. I have that feeling that, and I kind of remember, but then I don't remember any actual like movie musical. I don't even know. But it just that's the feeling it gave me when I was at the movies watching Wicked. I just felt like a kid, like I was watching those movies and seeing people, singing, and that's and now that I love singing, and that's like I love music, and the vocals are just so good and so amazing. I just wanted to cry through the whole thing. I want to watch it again so bad. It was just amazing. So imagine being them that were actually in the movie, that were actually singing and doing those things. So imagine how they felt watching the finished results. Imagine I've had just wanted to cry watching it, especially seeing Ariana. Ariana, you've been part of my life, my whole fucking life. I'm so incredibly proud. Like, I was just looking at her face. And the weirdest part is I was like, I hope nothing happens to Glinda. Even the when they were like running and stuff, I was like, oh, they better not hurt Glinda. Or they better not hurt Ari. I was like, they better not hurt Ari. Like she was in actual danger. But then I would look at her and I would see Glinda. I did not see Ari for 1 second. You know what I mean? It was so... I know it could feel like maybe overwhelming for them, or like maybe not true when people say that, like, oh, you really got into this role and you really didn't show any Ariana parts. You really committed to the part and you really were Glinda and I didn't see Ariana. A lot of people say that, like, and a lot of interviewers say that, like, as just not because they felt it or because, that's what they actually saw, that they only saw Glinda and they didn't see Ariana. They just say that because it looks good on the interview, you know what I mean? Because they know people are going to comment and like, oh yeah, she did a really good job. Oh, this interviewer was so nice. A lot of them were like really fake. But that's exactly how I felt. I was like, oh, they're gonna hurt Ari. I hope she's not in danger, like in the movie. But obviously, she's not in danger. But then I was just looking at her and I was like, she's Glinda. The flip, like the flip of the hair, the way she was like acting with Alphaba, the whole thing was just crazy. Crazy good. Ariana, girl, I'm nobody. But you killed it. If that was a crime, you would be in jail for life because you killed it. And I'm talking about Ariana more because, again, she's been part of my life. But Cynthia, I did not know, like, her before. Like, I think I saw one vocal battle, but even that was, like, before the trailer was released for Wicked. So I didn't know. But I've seen some performances of her, and she's also a Capricorn like me. On her interviews, I was like, I swear, like, we are so alike. And then I was like singing Defying Gravity, like the movie version, because they released the soundtrack. And I was like, my voice is so like similar to Cynthia's, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I really feel like my voice is kind of similar to her, at least, or because I was like trying to sing like her. You know, when you're trying to sing like somebody, like her version of Defying Gravity is different. The way she like does the notes, and I'm like, I was trying to do it like her, and I was like, it sounds very similar. Like, it was crazy. Maybe it was just the way she was singing that it also works for my voice. I don't know, but it just really kind of helped to sing that song, like the way she was singing. Like, it was just amazing. And she played Alphaba. Oh, she played Alphaba. Like, I don't know like a lot about her. Like, I know Ariana, but she was so good. Crazy. It was just an incredible movie. Bitch, when they got to the Emerald City, that fucking shit was so pretty. What the fuck? It was so, like, emotional and epic. That's the word. It was epic. Every part was epic. They were in, like, the forest. She was, like, singing that one song. Like, I think it's, like, I'm Not That Girl or whatever. The whole thing was just so pretty. And the last part, she was singing Defying Gravity, the cape, and she was flying with the broom. The flying was so pretty to watch. She was like, that was so good the way they did that CGI of her flying. Oh my God. And then she goes back up, and then it was when they catch Glinda, and she was like, no, leave her alone. It's me you want. It's me. And then she goes up, and then the cape is like so big, and it's like a white shot. So if you can't fly to the western sky, girl. And like a lot of parts of this movie made me cry. It just made me emotional. Just made me. It was like so epic, so good. So good. It was crazy good. When they did the harmonies, Ariana killed popular, bitch. I didn't necessarily like that song even. Like, sure, we have like the TikTok audio, but it's like, oh, popular. Na, 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 na. But I've been watching reactions of people, people watching the her singing that song, and I just been listening to that song, and now I want to learn that song. I still haven't learned because it is a lot of words and it is like a lot of stuff, especially if it's like the full version, which kind of has like some dialogue in between. Although the Defying Gravity version, I love the dialogue. They're like, I hope you're happy in the end. Like, I love the beginning part because then I remember when I was watching the movie, and she's like, oh, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. And one of my favorite parts is when she's like, I hope you're happy. This is what you're choosing or something. And then Alphaba's like, oh, how did she go? But this is not what I want. But this is what I want, or this is not what I want. And then she's like, anymore. And the music is like, there's the bass like that. Anymore. Da, 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 da. That's kind of when it starts, Defying Gravity. That's like one of my favorites, like little singing moments, oh my god. And Ariana singing Morning the Wicked. The movie started with her singing the Morning the Wicked or whatever the song's called. The vocals, how high she went. And I was looking like at her throat. And you know, they said they sang live. They sang live. Sure, like the audio is gonna be edited or mixed or whatever, but it's Ariana, so it's not gonna be like full of autotune. Like, please, like she needs it. But I was just looking at her playing Glinda. I was seeing Glinda. I was not even seeing Ariana, and the movie had just started. And she was like singing. I was looking at her face and like her throat, and when you're looking, you're just looking for the full thing. Especially me, because I do love vocals. Then I always complain about the clips that are not live when I see them in the compilation on my main channel. And I was just like, she's singing. I'm watching a movie in, the theater, whatever, where someone is actually singing in the clip they're showing. And they sing the whole movie. Because, it's one of those cliches in movies where they're like not even doing anything with their mouth, or like doing like random things, like they're like packing something or making the bed, or like, and they're like singing like, oh, and you're like watching, and it's like, oh yeah, they're singing, and even if the vocals are good, just like, oh yeah, but they're not singing in the scene. It's like a lip sync video. They did the vocals, they did the filming, and then they combined both. But no, every part in Wicked, they were singing. Even Popular, she was like, or the what is this feeling, that they were like in the bed. And the way Ariana did the humor was so good. Like, everybody was laughing when she did those little jokes. Like, when Glinda was like doing those jokes, everybody was laughing because it was just so good. Oh my god. That's crazy. Crazy good. Crazy good. And they were like, what is this? What is this feeling? What is this feeling? So sudden and new. That one I kind of knew from the carpool karaoke that Ariana did with Seth MacFarlane, I think, because I didn't even know that was a Wicked song, because like she sang some like Broadway songs, that's what she said in the video, and she sang, what was the first song that they sang that I love that performance? I don't even know. But now that I'm remembering, they didn't even do that in the movie. So maybe that's like the second part. It's the, what's the song? It's a song that she does. But yeah, that one with the loading. I kind of knew that melody from that carpool karaoke that she did. And then I knew The Wizard and I, because of the Ariana performance that she did one time. I don't even remember where it was. I think it was like Halloween or something. Let me see. The Wizard and I, Ariana Grande.
Wizard and I, Ariana Grande.
This one where she was like the green makeup and the green dress. That, like, I know that performance and I love that performance. It says here there's like the 15th anniversary special edition or whatever. Yeah, look at the green dress. That's the one. So I knew Wizard and I. And so then when Cynthia started singing that song, I'm like, oh, now it makes sense, like, what the song is about. Like, she was singing like about the wizard and like what's gonna happen when they meet. And then I thought, I was like, oh, that's why Ariana was like wearing green in that performance, because she was like singing as Alphaba. That was crazy. And then yeah, the other song was from Ariana Grande, Seth MacFarlane.
Ariana Grande, Seth MacFarlane.
This Carpool Karaoke. This is the one. And the first song.
Lift up your head.
Lift up your head, na 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 na. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face, clean as the morning. I know things are bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly Seymour. I think that's the name, Suddenly Seymour, whatever. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, then is this also a Wicked song? Are they gonna do this in part 2? Because I also love that song. Well, this performance at least. But then yeah, the loading they did also in that Carpool Karaoke. So it was just an amazing movie. And you know, it is one thing to see people talk online and see, oh, it was amazing, it was this, it was that, it was emotional. And of course I knew that. But it's one thing to know something and it's another to experience. And it's just crazy, like it's when you experience and you actually feel the same that other people did, that you understand, even just the way I'm talking, like, it was just so amazing. Like, I'm talking like other people were talking and I was watching them on TikTok before I watched the movie. So imagine, like, you're watching this before you watch the movie. You're like, oh, he thinks it's amazing, okay, let me watch a movie. But then if you come to this video after you watch the movie, you're going to be like, yes, exactly that, and more, and this, and that. That's it. And I really loved it. So yeah, I'm not even bothered by not knowing Wicked. Like, I know some people are also like, oh, I bet a lot of people that sing that they love Wicked and they're like singing Defying Gravity, they didn't even know Wicked before. And I'm like, not everybody is you. Not everybody has your life. Not everybody has lived what you live or likes what you like. Like, I just didn't even knew about Wicked or like the story or whatever. Like, I knew some things here and there from pop culture, but it's like, not everybody is you. The world doesn't revolve around you. You know what I mean? Like, and now people can't even like do a TikTok singing Defying Gravity because they didn't know Wicked before. And it's like, because then that's another thing, because the press tour is so huge. It's a world tour almost, like they went to Australia and London and New York or whatever in America. They literally went to the whole world. Everybody is being exposed to Wicked. So it makes sense that a lot of people did not know Wicked before, because it was a Broadway show. It didn't have as much fame or as much press as the movie. So obviously this is going to show the movie and Wicked and the Broadway show to the world, basically. They're showing it to the world, to everybody. And that should be a good thing. You should be like, oh, more people that like Wicked, more people that like Defying Gravity and that like the songs. That's what you should be thinking about. I don't know why people's first thought is always the negative. It's always like, oh, you didn't even know this before. You didn't. Shut the fuck up, because you're jealous. That's what it's giving. It's giving jealous. But yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. If you like it, if you didn't like it. But I feel like, how would you not love it? It's not even like it, it's love it. Even if you don't particularly like, how can you, because it's not even, how can you not even like the story? Because it's just something I feel like everyone can relate to, you know what I mean? and the vocals are so good, and it's actually live. You are watching the movie, you're watching them sing. You're watching them sing because that's where they sing. With the audio you're hearing, they are singing it in the movie. Everything is good down to what Ariana said in an interview. There was like bubbles on the inside of like her clothes or like whatever to like signify Glinda and the bubble and whatever. And she said people can't even see because it's on the inside. It's like if I had something on this shirt, but I have the shirt on top of it, so you can't see it. But it's those little details. It's like someone thought of that. Someone cared to think of that. And that's also what I love about it. Love everything. But yeah, now I'm gonna take a shower and put on the soundtrack and do my own concert because it's just so amazing. It's just so amazing. I really loved it. I'm excited for part 2, and yeah, I mean, I guess you have to wait a year for my review of part 2. But you know, it's a year. It's a whole year. You know what I mean? But it, like you could say like a lot of things like, oh, why didn't they do like 6 months, or like I don't know, why didn't they do it closer? But it makes sense because it is a whole movie. Like it is a whole full movie, and they said it was 3 hours. It did not feel like 3 hours to me. Where I was like 20 minutes, it's over. I was like, no, I want more. I'm gonna see it again. I want part 2. What do you mean? She's saying define gravity, and it said to be continued, and I was like, excuse me, I just walked in. What do you mean? Hello? 3 hours? No, because it was that good. So it makes sense because it is the full movie. So obviously they have to wait like a year. It's too. They're not treating it like a part in terms of release. They're like treating it like it's 2 different movies because they are 2 different movies. You know what I mean? Even though it's like a sequel, it is like a separate movie. It's something in itself also. So, you know, maybe a year from now, they're going to do the press tour again for the second movie. And it's, you know, everything is going to start up again. And I'm just so excited for next year because imagine like they do press tour again. And it's like, oh my God, now we get to talk about the second part. Like, yes. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know everything. And yeah, let's talk down below. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.